back again. I think we're all here. Okay, who found us? We had 20 watching before, now we've only got 12.
That's a bugger.
We lost 8 people. We're back again. Oh, I can hear something. We're all here. No, not that. Carl's not here. Dave isn't here. Yeah, Dave isn't here yet.
No, Dave's not here, man.
Yeah, that's it. Dave's not here. Terry was frozen very cold down under, apparently. Oh, John's doing the guessing the clue, Paul. For the
what?
You should have wiped it out and just left it the same, AE. And then we go, yeah, John, you got it. How'd you get that without any clue?
Yeah, well done. Yeah.
He reset me. Yeah, when they see a second stream, people will come back. Okay. Well, it's only still 12, so 12 regulars. Aldo who? Exley. Yeah, while I've got the opportunity, I'll thank the Peanuts that have helped me out. I do appreciate a lot what you've done. This'll help me out for the next 12 months. And I might even have a couple of dollars left over to buy myself a milkshake.
Hey.
Or two.
Milkshake.
I don't know. I was just thinking. You cannot prove we did anything. Oh, okay. Keeping you entertained. What? You're being entertained? Well, I'm going to have to do something about that.
Shit, when did that happen?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Yeah. Blue, your fault.
That's it, blame Blue.
Yeah. Eric said, I thought this was an advert for Subway. No, I had to thank Sheepy Phoenix for that one. I think he helped me out once before for the 300 one, I think. Did you pick my name from last time, Terry? Is that supposed to be PayPal?
I presume that's what PayPal is.
Oh, PayPal. We call it PayPal here.
Yeah, so do we.
Well, I'm not going to mention the names because I think that's more appropriate that the people that did help out know who they are. Yeah. I do thank you, each and every one of you that have helped. Especially when I refixed the PayPal link that I didn't know wasn't working all that time for ages. No one mentioned it. And it was only recently that I found out it wasn't actually working. Oh, the link don't work. Oh, really? I've been using the same copy-paste link for months now. Yeah, and it hadn't worked. Yeah, okay. Yeah, everyone hit like. Oh, there's only, how many is there? There's 15, so I get the 15 likes back. Well, we split them between the two videos.
Yeah.
So, do we get a quiz?
Hang on. Penicillin.
After we watch
limerick.
some Brian Leakey, we can watch some Brian Leakey and then we'll have a quiz.
Sorry about that. I had to disappear for a bit. Are we back up?
Yeah, we're back.
We're
going to watch some Brian
all over again, are you?
Yeah, we're going to watch some Brian Leakey videos,
Yeah.
and then we're going to do a quiz.
Well, at least we know the answers to all the quiz, don't we? So that's all
Oh,
right.
the
Just gave
same.
the
Oh,
answer,
you want the
sorry.
same
Yeah,
quiz?
I could drag up an early quiz.
Same quiz. See if we noticed. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favourite colour? What's your password? What?
Yeah, Carl's got his own quiz going on out there. What's your name? What's your address? What's your password?
I predict he's about to ask, "What's your mother's maiden name?"
Mm.
Right, guys, I've got to go anyway, so I'll catch you another time.
Okay.
Right, mate.
Well, thanks for dropping
All
by, mate.
All right.
We'll see you on Wednesday, I hope.
Yeah. You see me on Wednesday. Yeah. All right. Cheerio. Bye.
See
Okay.
ya.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Who was that masked man?
That was special.
He's always a spaceman to me.
Special case man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, question 1. Who's the smartest here?
Smartinestus.
Smartnestus. Okay. Okay, what's your PIN number and bank details?
Why did you say number twice?
Well, I'd hate to do this to you, but I've got to go and do something.
What's the first 4 number?
If you don't mind, just ad-libbing for a couple of minutes while I go and sort something out.
No worries, mate.
Didn't Matt want to share something before he left?
He did.
Now we never know what it is that we was going to share.
No. Oh.
Can we call him back?
Do you want it? Hey, do you want it?
I think he's listening.
Yes, Andrea, Flatzoid has been doubling down on stupidity. He's put out a few videos over the last few days, and they are just, oh my word. If you want a good laugh, go and watch them.
Do you want me to put a video on while I do this? What I got to do? Would that be better?
I don't know. How long are you going to be?
Oh, only a couple of minutes. Not even that.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it.
I mean, I could do it while I'm talking, but I'd have to mute myself while I'm doing it. And I'm in the kitchen, if that's what your thoughts were.
No. I kind of hope that you're probably in the kitchen. Not doing a Riley.
No, definitely not doing it. Oh, we've got a couple of blues. We've got a couple. Oops, sorry, I talked all over you then, Blue.
I was just saying I haven't looked at Flatzoid lately. Has he come out with some more stupid shit?
He's done a video, I think, just called something about the vector. I think he's basically denying that angular momentum is a thing, and that if you jump off the planet, you should just go into space.
What's your vector, Victor?
Yeah, exactly. And then he did one either yesterday or the day before, and it's a shot from on board the ISS from, I think, last year when there was two of them. There's a female astronaut and a bloke, and they're docking the Cygnus resupply craft. And he's basically saying it's all fake because of the way her ponytail hangs in 0G. And that's pretty much his argument. And then he cuts to somebody in a vomit comet, a woman with long blonde hair, and it looks totally different. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Of course it does. She's bouncing around all over the place. She hasn't got her hair done up in a ponytail. Yes, it's all over the place. It looks different. Your point?
Yes, and the woman in the vomit comet washed her hair that morning. The lady in the ISS washed her hair in December.
Exactly. And when people have pointed out, well, hang on a minute, what about that necklace that's floating around her neck? You know, it's got a pendant on something that's floating. Oh, no, that's easy to do in CGI, you know.
Yeah, right.
What?
Oh,
So they
yeah,
CGI'd the
yeah,
necklace,
easy.
but forgot about her hair. And then he says, oh, look at his hair. It's not floating about. No, that's because he's had his hair cut quite short. It tends not to do that. It's utter garbage. What are the faults he's trying to find in this short clip? And of course, he's cherry picked it. If you look at the original clip, it shows the microphone floating about and there's cables floating about. He doesn't seem to concentrate on any of that. It's her hair. Oh, it's the biggest load of old bollocks you ever did see. But of course, it is. It's Flatzoid.
Well, he's been all over me about doing a response video to that crap he put out on me, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I'm just tired of the guy.
Yeah.
I basically told him the only reason I don't respond to him is because he's simply too irrelevant to bother with.
Oh, yeah, I can see that going down well.
Yeah, that apparently hurt his feelings.
Oh. Oh, bless.
That's not your intention to hurt people's feelings, Blue.
He seems to be a part of that nest of nitwits that hangs out over at Bell's place.
Yeah, I think so. Just reading some of the comments on that. It's called Actonauts Assemble, and somebody called Scrotum Pole just sort of said, "Meanwhile, 2 celestial poles." Flatzoid comes back and says, "Meanwhile, only one. The other is just a reference." What? That's the only answer he's given. So I'm assuming that the northern celestial pole, i.e. Polaris, is true, but the southern celestial pole isn't. It's just a reference, whatever that means. Oh, here we are. Matt did comment about the floating necklace, and Flatzoid comes back. Because he said, "Why are you ignoring her necklace?" And he comes back and said, "Never did. I knew you defenders will bring it up." Bloody English is appalling. So many ways to fake the necklace to do what it was doing, but I was specifically concentrating on the hair. Yeah, in other words, you missed the necklace.
Okay, what did I miss?
Nah, not much.
Okay.
Just me having to pop it Flatzoid.
Southern Hemisphere Globehead says Flatzoid called me a troll. I'll tell you what, Flatzoid calling anybody a troll is just, I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah.
Southern Hemisphere Globehead would like to join. Well, they'd have to get them over into Discord first, or they can join. Do that. Are you in any other Discords that I can find you? Because I can just put the Discord link out in the peanuts. It makes it easier. Anyone see Gary tonight? Or thank God
Don't
it's
think
flat?
so. No.
Okay. Their night off.
Yeah, I don't think they've graced us with their presence.
Yeah. We have to see if we can find some more flat earthers. Uh-oh. False hit us with another one. I bet you I know what the V something something would be.
What do you reckon it might be?
Von.
Could be Van.
Van or Von. One of the two. Oh, thank God its flat was here in the first part. Okay.
Oh, missed him.
Not quite right, Carl Edwards. Holtzman. That's a combination of two surnames put together.
Elmig said I
Holtzman.
answered that minutes ago. Really?
Oh, did he? Really? Let's see.
How could you when you hadn't just put the question up just then?
Well, because I changed my name.
Ah! I'm going to scroll back up now.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scrolling. Oh, here we go. Herman von Helmholtz.
That is correct, Elmix. Yeah.
We
Wow.
weren't even paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to get him into Discord, Carl. If they're not in any other Discords to tag him, I'll have to put Discord out there. Fred posted a picture of him driving down the freeway in his truck. Oh, Southern Hemisphere Globhead is already in your Discord. Well, what's the problem then? They've just got to join the voice in Discord. Just tell them to join voice in Discord. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm reading Carl's DMs over here and I'm trying to... Now I've got to scroll down just to check. Not by that name. I don't know what name, other name they go by, but not what you said, Carl. Anyway. the name's not. Oh, there you go. How come that name's not coming up in the members? Sure that Ed didn't have a different name? Oh, they haven't got the role. That wouldn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they've got the role. They don't want the new role, do they? No, I better not give them the new role. The special role. And they'll server muted
Lucky.
as well. Yeah, the server was muted on this end. And now you've got the special power to talk over there. So we can all hear you over in the Zoom from being in the Discord. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going there?
Good, good. It's night time here.
Nice. Oh, it's 22:04 in the afternoon here.
Okay. So you've got the sun. Can we have it back later?
Sure, why not?
I pick up.
I can share some of the sun.
I can pick up a slight accent.
Yeah, I'm South African, but I'm Indian, and I've got, the South African culture influenced my accent. So can't really pin it down. But I'm sure you can detect the Indian in my accent.
I know there's a joke somewhere there, but I'm not going to touch that one.
I can. I can hear it.
Yeah, so thanks for inviting me. What are you guys talking about? I heard something about flatzoid.
You do? I hope it's not contagious.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently he's South African, so...
He is. He is most definitely South African, I'm afraid.
Yes, we are quite... Look, I was quite shocked to find that South Africa actually has flat earthers. And then MC Toon had that debate with that guy with the unpronounceable name. And then I realized there's more than one.
Oh, yes, there are.
I was quite surprised. Like South African fluffs. Because when I first came to YouTube and found out that there's fluffs, I also started doing my own research. So, but I actually went outside to do my research.
Oh,
So,
yes, that makes a difference.
I was going to say, if you're doing it inside, how many tabs did you have open?
With my high IQ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. It's surprising. Don't you guys find it surprising that there are adults who actually shield themselves from reality like this? I mean, we've got a whole working earth. There are certain things that we do that depend on the earth being what it is.
Well, in the scale of human intelligence, you have to have both ends of intelligence. The highest intelligence and the lowest. So obviously, we knew that the lowest was out there.
But as Blue says, when I ask how stupid can you be, it's not a challenge, it's a question. And
exactly.
We are trying to dare you to stop with your dumb ideas. That's not how that works.
Yeah. But they do. They obviously see it as a challenge, unfortunately.
Well, I don't know, man. Couldn't it be the other? Look, I understand you. You know, the balance must be kept and all of that. But there are some things that I don't know. It's just real. I know that they like to bring like definition fights and philosophical fights. But at the end of the day, those things don't produce any, actionable results.
Mm.
Or what?
I think it's a way of them to feel special, like if they can't be famous, they may as well be infamous, right?
I don't agree
guess.
with that, though. I don't want the world laughing at me and, ridiculing my ideas when my ideas are really direct. So, and then when people ridicule them, I want to jump on my higher horse and, what do they say? Double down and triple down and keep my wrong ideas and carry on the ridicule. I don't see what the purpose is, unless you want to say it's money, and I can't agree with that one also.
Maybe they've
I don't
figured
know.
out
People
that
know that.
maybe they've figured out that the only way they can get attention is being the way they are.
Yeah, I mean, like you've seen it in Naughty Children. They'll do anything. It doesn't matter whether they do something negative or something positive, as long as they get the attention.
Yeah, the
I mean, Riley's a perfect. Yeah, Riley's a perfect example of that.
Yeah, and once they get the affirmation and the attention, that's it. They'll keep going.
Yep.
Yes, but some types of actions warrant a different kind of reaction. Like if you do something or say something that's not correct, and somebody tries to correct you and you double down, that is not the attention that I would want. I would want positive attention, but then again, I'm a positive person. So, and if no one wanted
You
to
kind
give
of
me
run.
their attention, I wouldn't mind being alone.
Yeah, but you're kind of like making the presupposition that these people are normal.
Oh God, I thought you were going to say something different. I thought you were going to say something like, I'm making the presupposition that these people have families. Sorry.
But Paul,
I'm
they
sorry.
are normal. They are normal in their own circle.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. I'm sorry. My opinions are almost old school, I would say. Okay, I'm like advanced in years, so to speak. So I've had a lot of life experience, and I don't want to waste my time with BS that doesn't benefit your time. I don't know. I do love watching the sun, though. I will be going outside in an hour to find the full moon, well, almost full moon rising. Anybody interested in the full moon?
I'll only put up with watching it probably once a month.
Good one. Oh gosh, the moon.
I wouldn't
feel
want to. I
as
wouldn't
an
want to watch it.
object.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to watch it every day. It'd get a bit boring.
I try to look for it at least every second or third day. So, yeah, it's the flat earthers who have done this to me. They said do your own research. but you know, my idea of do your own research and their idea is not the same idea. So I actually go outside. The earliest I've gone outside is like 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, and the like my latest video was CC said there are no planets. And I don't know, how can you look at the objects in the sky and we've identified, we've given names to these objects, the different objects that we see have different names. And one of
Well,
the
they called them
arguments
planets
they
before they
bring
knew
up
what
is,
they called them they called them planets before they even knew what they really actually were.
yes. So one of the arguments they like to bring up is, oh, the ancients did this and the ancients did that and did this, and yeah, that was a long time ago and they barely knew anything, and for their time they knew a lot. And even though certain sectors of the population would love to try and stop um, scientific advancement, we still persevere. Look where we are.
But I mean, I think it's funny how they say we don't know what they are, but we know they're not planets, right? And yet the ancients didn't know what they were, but they called them planets, right?
Somebody told me, and I'm still working on my part 2 now. Somebody told me that the planets are stars because the ancients called them wandering stars. You know, so, and moons are just like little accompaniments to these stars. So they are stars and they are moons, but they are no planets. Oh, come on, guys. I can't stun you into silence like this. Oh my God, they're dying of laughter. Oh, sorry. Okay. Take your time. Just remember to breathe.
Yeah, we think about it every few seconds.
Yes, but can you walk and talk at the same time?
Well,
We can walk upside down, apparently.
Oh, that is the worst one. Okay, I know I keep
I
saying
know.
that. Every point probably is like the worst one. Because they're all terrible. Blue's video this morning was I woke up to find this video where a certain someone couldn't understand
No spoiler alerts.
a
We're just
person.
about to watch it.
Yeah, well, let's watch it.
Oh,
Come on.
yes. I can't watch though. I'm on Discord chat. I can't do both things at the same time, unfortunately.
Oh.
No worries. Carry on.
You might be able to hear it though, I think.
That would be nice.
I think you just can hear it over in there.
I've got a grinder going on in the background.
Yeah, I was wondering what that sound was.
They're cutting wood. Sorry, let me not complain in this life. But it is a Saturday afternoon, you know. We think that we deserve some slack. But they do go at it for hours and hours at a time.
I'm just fixing up a few things that were broken from our last stream. Yeah, I've got that working. I'll share that. Oh, I'm doing everything backwards here. Oh, yeah. No, something went funny. What happened there? why I'm having problems here. Not responding. What is going on here? What happened? What happened?
I muted and unmuted, but it makes a sound. I put my phone on silent now
Okay.
because, I'm on my phone. And you'll probably hear it when it comes through.
Yeah, for some reason, Zoom. Don't know what happened there. We seem to be still here. I'll just do that for now, Farmer. It sounds like a plane of thickness or a circular saw in the background.
Oh, it's a wood cutting machine.
That's a wood cutting machine.
It's one of.
I'm not laughing at you. Okay.
Oh, well, what is it called? I mean, what is a wood cutting machine called?
Is it on a table?
Yes, probably like a lathe.
That's
No,
a
it's not a
table
lathe.
saw. A table
Table
saw is
saw.
one on a table saw. If it's a bandsaw, it's got a blade on it, a thin blade.
Yeah, it's a bandsaw.
That's
It's got a it's got a blade with a gear, like a rubber gear type thing, and it's got a giant motor, and yeah, so it's the most horrible machine I've ever heard in my whole entire life. Not even a jackhammer makes this kind of noise.
Okay then. I'll try again. You'll have to keep muted while that sounds in the background. Okay. Try again. I don't know what happened there. Share it in here. Try again. We're all still here, aren't we, on the panel? I hope.
More leaky.
Well, only because this one came up yesterday.
Yeah.
I've got no idea what he's trying to propose here.
Okay, point at the sun. Okay, so she's pointing at the sun. Okay, almost, let's see, this is straight overhead right here. That's straight overhead. Okay, see her
What?
shadow,
Straight
short
overhead?
shadows.
What?
Shadows on the cars. Okay, the sun ain't directly
He
overhead.
clearly
but it's pretty
doesn't
close.
understand what straight overhead
Time is
means.
Yeah,
4:31.
exactly.
Okay, she's pointing at the sun. It's about 65 degrees or so. I'll set the phone down.
12 o'clock. What time is it?
On the driveway, like I've done in other videos. So there, that's dead straight up.
4:30 in the afternoon.
And
What, the sun's going down?
It should be, yes.
Okay, so this is not going to make much sense then.
that's what I gauge about dead straight up holding in my hands. There's the sun almost
It's
dead
leaky.
straight up.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
let's see what it's doing in Australia.
Under the bus, so you can't. It's a lose-lose situation here.
Okay, so here it is, 4:32, about a minute later, and this is the sun up on the horizon in Australia. So it's almost directly over my head here in Jacksonville, Florida.
Doesn't look
Not
like
quite,
it.
about 65,
No, it's
70
not.
degrees. Okay, at around 4:30
That's
in the
overhead,
afternoon.
is it?
In Australia, it's up over the horizon. Does that make sense on a globe?
Yep. There's a picture of it, Brian. It's exactly what happens.
4:30 in the evening over there.
Oh, look what SunCalc has given me. SunCalc saying 43 degrees. So must be some crazy refraction going on because I just had her pointing right at the sun. It's only been 6 minutes. So, no, it's only been about 5 minutes. So do the math.
Do the math, yeah. I got a better idea. Let's draw the picture. Here's 43 degrees. Oh, what do you know? Right through her finger and her eyeball. Son of a gun. I'd say that looks pretty good.
That's all, folks.
So the sun was overhead, but at 43 degrees.
Yeah.
Overhead.
The number of times we've heard him say things about, oh, I've done this and that, and the sun was directly overhead. And it's never made any sense. Well, now we can see why, because he doesn't know what directly overhead actually bloody means.
Yeah, over his head.
If it's directly overhead, is it 90 degrees? And that clearly wasn't. It was only halfway there.
Yeah, over your head, doesn't he? He doesn't know what over your head means.
But there is
Over
an
your head
even
doesn't mean
bigger
over there
problem.
over the house. Sorry, what was that?
No, you're hot and I can
I'm
too
saying-
much Sal at the moment.
Sorry, I'm saying that I think the problem is bigger than we think. Because he... Sorry. He thinks that overhead is... I mean, he's got his... I don't know who that is, but she's pointing to the sun.
Yeah.
And if he... You know, there are apps that you can open up the app and actually take a photo of the angle. And I've done it myself, you know, to show something, not just point your camera and talk and tell us things that we can see clearly aren't happening. You know, like what he was describing, the sun is overhead. It's not. I don't know. But the other problem is, for me, the sun is never overhead. So what's his latitude?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
he
the sun
doesn't tell us.
clearly
I tell
wasn't
you.
overhead.
Yeah, he's trying to. He's what do you call it? Oh, you're lying. When he's saying the sun's overhead and it's sunrise coming on to sunrise over here. How does that work on a globe?
In my comment, I did say that is exactly what we'd expect on a globe, where, you know, it's rising for someone and it's actually setting for someone else because of what the globe is actually doing. That's why it's like that. And if you can't grasp it, I don't know.
Fred said Brian makes goldfish. Brian says, Fred Knott says Brian makes goldfish feel smart. Can you keep yourself muted, Sal, when you're not talking? Thank you. Fred said, I read a comment recently that said that QE was booted from the army. You know anything about that, Blue?
No, I never heard that. I've never heard that at all, but I'd love to know if that's true or not.
Yeah, that's what Fred said. Don't know if it's true.
Of course, anybody can say stuff like that. So I don't pay any attention to it really until there's some evidence of it.
How would you like a double up on blue? Quantum Erasers, Alice and Bob disaster.
Oh, not half. What a disaster.
I don't know.
That's what I was trying to tell you guys when you said no spoilers. So I didn't realize you were going to show the Brian Leakey video. I was actually going to talk about QE's misunderstanding of curvature. That was funny. That was incredibly funny.
Yes.
Oh, we watch that now and then we'll see. I'm not going to laugh yet.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Blue Marble Science. Are you guys ready for some intergalactic weapons grade stupidity? Because I've got just the man for the challenge.
Grade.
Brought to you by who else? John the Quantum Eraser. Warning, and I'm not kidding. Severe facial and monitor damage alert is in effect. Get out those oven mitts, push the monitors way back out of punching range, and let's light this dumpster fire and have some fun. This is a thing the flat earthers have been calling the Alice and Bob paradox. If we've got Alice right there and Bob over there standing on the earth some miles apart, Alice's gravity is in that direction, but for Bob, gravity is in that direction. And a tangent to the surface of the earth where Alice is that red line. But the tangent to the surface of the earth where Bob is that line. So both of these people will see a drop of 8 inches per mile squared anywhere along those tangents. According to Quantum Eraser, this is impossible on a globe. I want you to listen to the mess he makes out of this.
People have been running with our little discussion the other day. Apparently somebody taped our little Alice and Bob discussion the other day. Baltards they're all they got their panties in a bunch.
Oh, I did see that there was somebody made a YouTube video about that. Yeah,
they got their Everett Anderson. He's one of the skanks that he's got an addiction for me or something. it's really creepy. But
what is the explanation, John, for that?
They don't have an Well, you'd have to ask Matthew because me and Matthew discussed Alice and Bob, right?
Really?
Right.
Matthew,
Yeah.
can you open my mind? Matthew, please open my mind with that.
Sure. The basic disagreement is whether Alice and Bob experience the same direction of down or not.
Okay. Yeah. But Matthew,
it really doesn't have any. I don't know. That's sort of a red herring fallacy, right? Because drop is drop. If Bob's looking at, remember, the fairy tale story is that every point along a tangent from your feet vertically drops 8 inches per mile squared. So if you got two people, I didn't originate this argument, by the way. I thought about it before the original, right? But I wasn't the one first put it out. I think somebody reminded me that Jaron was one of the first ones to put this out.
Jaron put that out 100%.
This was a long time ago.
Years ago, mate. Years and years ago now.
Yeah.
Long time.
And I was thinking about it before Jaron. I didn't hear him, but I heard it afterwards. But it's not a big deal whose argument it is. It's just 8 inches per mile squared. Am I correct, Matthew?
Yeah, you're right. You're explaining it right. Yeah.
So every point along a tangent from anyone from your feet vertically drops at 8 inches per mile squared. Well, drop is drop. If I'm looking at you 5 miles away, and between me and you, I'm looking at you and it's dropping at 8 inches per mile squared, and you're looking at me and it's dropping 8 inches per mile squared. There's no way out of that.
We don't need a way out of that.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
Yeah, you're right. That's a paradox.
What paradox? It can't work any other way.
That if the drop means drop, and if drop is parallel for Alice and for Bob, then it is a paradox. The Glober answer would be that they're not actually parallel, even at 5 miles apart. The direction
What
of
do you
down
mean
is slightly
parallel?
different.
What does parallel drop mean?
It means the direction of down for Alice, and then the direction of down for Bob. If its drop means drop, then they're parallel lines. But if they don't, then they're not.
What parallel lines? They're both, the grade is dropping away towards Alice, and then the grade is dropping away towards Bob.
No, I'm talking about, okay, so 2 lines. 2 lines.
No, I'm talking, Matthew, they are in straight line.
I don't get it.
Okay, let me try to explain. If you start where Alice is and point a line directly down, that's one line.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go over to where Bob is and point a line directly down. That's the second line. Now the question is whether those 2 lines are perfectly parallel or not.
For one, it's not. That's
not
not the argument. Number 2, they are parallel.
No, they're not parallel. This gravity vector is not parallel with that gravity vector. And this tangent is not parallel with that tangent. Get your head out of your ass.
No, I understand. You have to say if they're parallel, then there is a paradox.
No, I can say it without it being parallel. It's still dropping.
What 2 lines? It's only one line.
Matthew, you're gonna have to draw this shit, man.
Yeah, I don't have a super good way to draw that, but maybe I'll try.
Can I help you with Emily and Steve?
Emily and Steve.
Listen to this, John. Emily
You mean Adam and Steve instead of Adam and Eve?
No. Bob is on the south. Let's say like this, and Alice it's on the north, but Emily it's on the west, and Steve is on the east, and they're watching in one point. All of them are 40 miles away, and all of them have drops, isn't?
I'm not
I think
getting
they're
it.
confusing
Now, there's an
themselves.
understatement for you.
Does somebody else know what Matthew's talking about and can explain it or draw it?
Right.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about the vector, like of their fall.
From what I was getting, yeah. Sorry, Matthew, go ahead.
Let me try to explain it. I'm talking about 2 different vectors. A vector is a point and then a direction. And so there is a vector where Alice is standing. It's the point where she is. And then the vector is straight down from where she is, right?
Right.
Okay, so then that's one vector. The second vector is 5 miles away or 10 miles, whatever, where Bob is. And
it's vector up.
There's a point where Bob is, and then a vector straight down where Bob is. So we've got 2 vectors that are about 10 miles apart. Actually, let's just say 5 miles.
But Bob has the vector up because.
Wait, just let him finish. Let him finish.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you guys understand there's 2 vectors. One Alice straight down, and then one Bob straight down. Those are 2 vectors 5 miles apart. Now the question, and what QE says is right, that that's a paradox, assuming that those vectors are parallel. He says they're parallel. There's no argument they're parallel.
I'm not saying
Are
that.
you talking Are you talking about the tips of the vectors, not the actual lines being parallel, Matthew? Are you on about the tips?
I could care less. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
The
that
tips of the vectors.
Yeah, vectors have direction. The question is, are they exactly the same direction, or is there some?
I didn't know vectors had a tip.
That's the question.
No, it's not. That's not the question at all. If Bob and fucking Alice start walking towards each other, they are both walking down fucking hill.
No, they're not.
Everything else being equal, they're both.
Damn it.
That's it. There you go, Drace. You can't get around it. How the fuck can you get around it?
Oh my god.
It's really not very hard. All you got to do is put Alice and Bob on the same damn planet.
But even if those two vectors were pointing, in your example, Matthew, if those vectors were pointing in the same direction, right? So you would be saying that would be the center of the Earth, correct? I guess.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. But for them to even, yeah, there's an issue because of the other paradox, right? Like, and to be honest with you, so they would have to also be at the same depth, wouldn't they? Those vectors, like, if you were to draw the tangents or whatever, right? That
That's
amount
right,
of drop,
yeah.
they'd have to be the exact same depth.
Well, what
Their
simple
vectors
like
weren't
John said that
parallel.
they're going
Hold
down
on,
to
Sasha.
here.
Hold on, Sasha. Even if their vectors weren't parallel, they're still walking fucking downhill towards each other.
Yeah, that's the point.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness. QE?
You're an idiot!
If you draw it on a globe, then the paradox goes away, but it might
Draw it on a globe. Let me see two people with vertical drop on a fucking globe. That's what I'm saying. It's a parrot. You can't do it.
Two people that can walk toward one another with a vertical drop.
They can't do it.
That's a U shape. That's a U shape, man.
So I can't change it.
Okay, in practicality and in reality, if you apply that standard to Alice and Bob, it doesn't have to be 40 miles away. You can make it 5 miles away, 2 miles away, right?
You can use
There's
like
no way around. If they start walking towards each other, that they're both walking downhill. There's no way around it. If you put a third and fourth or fifth or sixth person, it's a train wreck of epic proportions. What you're saying is we live on mogul Earth.
Well, this goes on for 46 minutes. You can listen to the whole thing over on Gary Bennett's channel. I'll leave a link in the description. But I think that's about all the torture I'm up for one day. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And
keep
QE,
going over
when
and
I
over
say
and
how
over
stupid
that.
can you be? Son, that is not a challenge. That's a question. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Shout out to the Patreons, PayPals. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you on the next one.
Well, of course, the funny thing is that by the end of it, QE is in tears.
Well, you got upset, or was he laughing?
Oh, he was screeching and shouting them all on, and he's got himself so wound up. You can hear he's in tears. He's that angry.
Wow.
Yeah. You hear it in his voice. He's just so pissed off
that he's wrong.
Oh yes, his very own highly trained flirts were disagreeing with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a bit upset. I started to put a little bit of that tail end of it in there, but what the hell? You can go listen to it if you want to torture yourself for 46 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah. I sat through it once.
I sat through it once because it's just so unbelievable that they could be so stupid.
Yeah. Quite.
And they confuse themselves. They end up confusing themselves.
Yes. Yeah, they're good at that.
Like they start off nice and calm. And I heard somebody explain it, I can't remember who, but they said that these people, these flat earthers, feel that if they can see, the truth so clearly, why can't the rest of us just see it? And that's what makes them angry.
Yeah.
They just can't get why we don't get it.
What, because we're trying to be honest and they're not?
Well, Kiwi claims to have such a position of authority in the flat earth, and the way he talks, they're all scared of him. They don't want to go against anything he says because they literally get shouted down and muted by him.
Yeah, that's
when
exactly
the
right.
same side, when the same side is fighting amongst themselves, they should, it should make them stop and think. Obviously, they are misunderstanding something because they're fighting with themselves.
I mean, we saw this back in the days of Newton, when Newton was revered as such an authority on physics and science that no one dared go against him. And it was only quite a few years later that people got the courage and the knowledge to actually disagree with what he said because of his reputation. And it's the same with QE. He's got such a reputation that no one wants to say anything against him except the Globers, of course. But the flat earthers are all shit scared of him.
Yep.
No, but Newton was achieving something. QE is not achieving anything.
Yeah, but there was a point in science where there was a point in science where Newton actually held back progress because what he claimed, he said was the truth. And anyone who went against him basically got ignored or, they were shouted down because Newton was the know-it-all. He was the authority on everything. And so you dare go against Newton. And so progress in optics actually, and the way light worked actually got held back for quite some time until basically Newton died, and then people felt comfortable going against what he said.
Wow, I did not know that. I did not know that. You see, there are many people who tried to hold us back. We could have been so much further if Ptolemy just, understood and not drawn concentric circles around the Earth with all the millions of objects. Because they refuse to let go of the idea that the Earth is the center.
What else have you got for us, Terry?
I've got Mr. 42, which we haven't played for a while. Globe Mathematics for Noobs. I've got no idea what that's supposed to mean.
Let's do it.
Click that, press that. Do that.
You can narrate for me.
Oh, you can't hear it from in there. No, I can't get it to feed back into there.
It's not a problem, but you can narrate.
Favorite Mr. 42. Welcome back to my channel. It's spanking time for Level Earth Observer again, because he's still full of shit. A massive welcome to my latest patron, Maury. Thank you very much for your support. In my previous video, I corrected Adam on his maths, and he replied with his own video.
As most of the regular viewers of this channel will be aware, that this plane, the SR-71, absolutely annihilates the globe Earth theory when we use its top speed and we use the globe Earth mathematics.
You have failed in every of your attempts to bust the globe. You don't know globe mathematics, and most of the claims you make are simply wrong. How are you gonna fail us today?
Globe falls flat on its face, and so does anyone who tries to refute it.
That never happened to date, and you're gonna be the one flat on your face. Again.
We had Wolfie, or most know him now as Orville 6020, try to explain away the globe Earth curve, i.e. the reasons it's not there.
Is that what you took from his explanations? Oh dear, you might be even more stupid than I imagined.
Essentially flattening the globe.
I guess simple-minded people like yourself would jump to that conclusion.
Now we've got a new clown, this time some character called Number 2.
He either has problems hearing and reading due to his advanced age, or he is afraid to say my name correctly. His audience might slip over to my video and see the full explanation, because that will show them there wasn't a single mistake and you are being dumb again. Anyway, since we apparently are now on a nickname basis, I'm gonna call you Yellow Adam, the lying flirt with piss poor understanding.
Aptly named.
Yes, I know.
Well, number 2 now is going to dump on the globe and the globe mathematics and literally flatten his own belief system.
Yellow Adam is gonna dump on human intelligence and will show his lack of basic understanding. Nothing new really.
Let me just show you the original. This was the template showing the SR-71 between 2 points of reference A and B, start and finish, based on an hour's travel, the plane doing full speed. And
I'll have to pause it just so we can see what he's trying to claim. Has he got the right plane for a start?
I think so.
I thought it was the one where he had
Well,
the
no,
wrong
that's not
plane.
much.
I thought it was the one where he had the wrong plane.
Wait a minute. Can't really tell. That doesn't look quite right, does it? Who cares?
Yeah. Oh, in this
Let's see what this
representation, I
idiot's gonna
wasn't
say.
worried. It was the picture of the other one. That one?
Yeah, that's an SR-71.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll see what... The wrong plane. Oh
my God.
Who was that? We've got somebody else feeding back.
Doesn't look quite right, does it?
Thank you, J-Mac. Had myself going there for a minute.
as you can see, I've broken down the globe mathematics based on an hour's travel, showing how much supposed curvature this plane has to encounter over the course of an hour, and based on that I broke it down.
And as I will show you shortly again, your breakdown is failing.
And of course, these figures need to match the globe Earth model.
And because of your lack in intelligence, they don't. That's the issue.
Which in this instance, 2,200 miles, there should be 570 miles of curve or drop, according to the globe maths.
He did use an Earth curve calculator for that, which is fine. And that is also the only number he got correct.
And now we come to number 2's mathematical breakdown as he tries to refute me and the SR-71.
I didn't try to refute you. I refuted you.
But all he actually does is take a massive dump on his own reputation and of course the globe.
Yellow Adam will now demonstrate his stupidity and misunderstanding.
You'll see here, number 2's given us a figure of 897 feet of curve per minute this plane supposedly needs to account, according to number 2.
I will explain it to you again, because you seem confused. 2200 miles per hour is 36.67 miles per minute, right? Using your own favorite Earth curve calculator, this means a drop of 897 feet, correct? So, with a simple division and your own method, we have derived this number. What do you still not understand about this?
I've circled that figure in blue.
Well done.
I find it strange that number 2's not added that figure up and times it by 60 to match the globe Earth figure, which is at the top here, of 570 miles of curve between these 2 points of reference.
There is a very good reason for that. That is not how to deal with curvature. Allow me to demonstrate. Taking 570.08 miles of curvature over 2200 miles, you want to divide this equally per minute. Using the formula 570 divided by 60 times x, where x is the exact minutes you wish to calculate the total drop for. The numbers you see on screen right now are calculated with that formula. I'm sure they will pass your sniff test. For example, after 30 minutes, the value is 285.04, which is exactly half. After 15 minutes, we find 142.52, which is the quarter value you expect. This formula leads to a linear digression like this, and that is exactly why your method is wrong. The correct formula is the radius of 3,959 miles minus the square root of distance traveled squared plus Earth radius squared. For distance traveled, we can simply add the calculation of 2200 divided by 60 times x, where x stands for the minute again. As you can see on the screen right now, For both methods we get a drop rate of 0 in minute 0, which is correct. And for both methods we get 570.08 miles after an hour, which is also correct. If I then plot all these values on a chart, you will find your formula on the blue line and my formula on the red line. As said, you created a linear digression. This is a straight line. This is not how globe calculations are done. With the proper mathematics, you get the red line, which correctly shows you the curve.
Strange that number 2's not added that up to give us and match that figure.
That is not strange at all, as I just showed you.
I'll tell you what, we'll do it for you, number 2. And when we times 897 by 60 minutes, we get a figure of 53,820 feet.
Again, Yellow Adam, those are not globe mathematics.
And it becomes quite obvious why number 2 hasn't added up the calculation and broken it down from the hour to the minute to the second. Very dishonest of you, fella.
But you can't explain why it would be so dishonest. Is the 36.67 miles travel per minute incorrect? No, it is not. Is the 897 feet of curve per minute incorrect, therefore? No, it is not, with your own tool. Same for the travel per second and the curvature per second. Everything, according to your own methods, is correct.
And of course, you're now claiming, according to your mathematics, between these 2 points of reference, A and B, you're claiming there's only 53,000 feet of curve.
Nobody is claiming that. That's just simply not how this works. And in case you missed it, those 570 miles of curvature are even in the image. Also in your own video.
Which doesn't even back the globe math.
As you have demonstrated perfectly today, you don't know globe math. To demonstrate this further, I have created this sheet for you. In column B, I calculated the curvature using the very familiar but incorrect formula 8 inches per mile squared. This is fine for an approximation over short distances. Column C will show you the difference between the current mile and the previous mile, which demonstrates this is far from a linear progression. The way you try to calculate, I could go from 6 miles, or 288 inch of curve, to 12 miles, by simply multiplying the 288 inch by 2. But 576 is not the correct answer, it is 1152 inch. My calculations absolutely do match the globe math.
Because the globe math tells us there's 570 miles of curve between these 2 points of reference.
And that is the only thing you got correct, which is why I left it in the image.
Do you see what these cunning, deceitful people have to do to try and defend their absurdity that is the globe Earth?
Indeed, the audacity of using proper mathematics.
He literally has taken a dump on his own reputation.
Don't you worry about my reputation.
The globe.
Yeah, I live on the globe, so sometimes I dump there.
And the globe mathematics.
Not at all.
Essentially flattening the globe.
That is literally what you try to do again. And of course you failed, because you are simply not smart enough.
What's that? 53,000 feet? What's that in miles? Off the top of my head, about 10 miles, maybe just over 10 miles.
I'm impressed. That's the second thing Yellow Adam got correct today.
When according to the globe mass between these 2 points of reference, there's 570 miles of curve.
And I agree with that.
So number 2 is hidden. 560 miles of globe Earth curve.
No, it's still there. You just don't understand it.
To try and justify his globe delusions.
Don't stumble on those difficult words.
And try and refute me in the SR-71.
You are refuted. Again. The SR-71 is not even in this game.
But actually all he's done is flatten his own model, take a dump on himself and the globe.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
And this is the problem. These people have nothing but lies, deceit and misrepresentations.
I dare you to do some calculations yourself, without going linear. Use proper mathematics. With your favorite Earth curve calculator, write down the hidden height for 10, 20, 30 and so on to 100 miles. Now calculate the difference between each step. You notice anything?
This is another globagandist served up by the SR-71.
Funny though how it came crashing down on you.
As we continue to flatten these deluded Globe representatives online.
Continue? You never started.
Love it!
I'm sure he doesn't dare to show the proper calculations to his audience, or the charts. But I'm sure he'll find a way to lie and misrepresent something again. After all, he is Yellow Adam, the lying flirt with piss poor understanding. I'm looking forward to his next video dump, in a way. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and in the description you'll find links to my socials like Discord and Twitter. This has been Mr. 42, out. Don't panic.
Don't panic.
No, don't panic. Don't panic.
Grab your towel.
I'm going to pick on him with his accent, Mr. 42, because I thought he said shit there earlier, but I think he meant sheet. So is that another misunderstanding of Earth curve calculations?
I think it's also a
That's a
misunderstanding of how aircraft work.
Misunderstanding of aviation.
Yeah.
That's not even an argument you ought to ever get yourself drug into. Airplanes don't work like that.
No. Can't believe they still try to make that argument.
Well, a drop calculation he's doing assumes the airplane just flies along a tangent line indefinitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
like
or out
you
for
mean
an hour.
you mean the plane will just fly straight into outer space?
Correct.
Yeah. You would have gone way the hell out.
That's
into outer
very
space.
funny.
Yeah, because obviously if it's maintaining altitude, it's flying parallel to the ground.
Yeah, I
even
think
if you
that's where
correct
they
it
get
once a minute,
confused.
you still get. Even if you correct it once a minute, you're still getting a very wrong answer. No pilot in his right mind flies on it, lets an airplane fly for a minute without doing something.
Yeah.
You only got about 100 feet of altitude to play with, plus or minus.
Yeah.
Yes, that your transponder tells ATC that you're 100 feet off, they're going to start screaming at you. Trust me, I know.
Pull up, terrain.
Yeah. No, the first radio call you get from them is the polite one. That's the one where they'll say something like Mooney 06 Quebec, say altitude, please.
Yeah.
And the minute you hear those words, you know you have just screwed up.
Oh, the Omnix reckons everyone knows the ISS is just a submarine that forgot to dip its bow down 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's how it ended up in space.
Okay.
Space submarine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I said blow all tanks, I didn't mean that bloody much.
Yeah, exactly.
10-degree down angle on the planes, please. We appear to be a little bit high.
Andrea Huddle says, how can you fly parallel over a curved surface? Parallel lines are meant to be straight. This is the dilemma they see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the dilemma, all right.
Then
We
you
don't fly
introduce them to
We
the
follow
concept
the
of,
curvature of the earth.
Yeah.
We fly at a
Concentric
constant
circles.
altitude.
Oh, John said anyone had listened. If anyone hasn't listened to it, the SR-71 Speed Check is a great classic. Yeah.
That I have heard him give that. Because I've heard his recording of that the talk he gives. I don't know how many times I've heard it, and there's just that bit where he says something like, and then the 12-year-old inside me sort of spoke up or whatever. You know, that is a classic story. That.
Oh, every pilot's got one of those stories.
Yeah.
Because there is a 12-year-old in all of us.
Correct. And it's when he said, that he knew that him and his, his crew, him and his backseat guy had bonded. Yeah, that's a superb story, that one.
Yeah, all comparing their speeds.
That's right. Giving it the speed check. And
the Boeing 707, a Cessna pilot.
There was a Cessna pilot. I think it was it something like an F-18 or something like that? It was a fighter plane, and then he kicks in.
Yeah. Could I get a speed check while you're at it?
Yeah, challenge anybody to do a better one than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I had one of those experiences one time. I was flying into Charlotte. Let me try this in English. I was flying into Charlotte, North Carolina, and it's a big airport. It's nothing but big airplanes go in there. Little airplanes hardly ever show up.
Yeah.
But I had a guy that wanted to ride there, so I said, okay, we can go there. And knowing I was getting mixed in with all the big traffic, I was thinking, man, I'm not going to get yelled at about it, messing up the traffic pattern. So it was really clear sky, clear air. I could see the airport from 20 miles away, and there was not a bump. And when he cleared me for visual descent, I just nosed the thing over and kept the throttle up. And I took that thing up to red line. And on a Mooney, that's around 200 knots. Okay. And I was just holding it there, right? And I got 4 or 5 miles, I guess, off the end of the runway, and the tower called and said, Mooney 06, Quebec, slow your speed to 180. Traffic you're overtaking is an MD-80 on a 3-mile final. And the 12-year-old came out in me. I said, Tower Roger, Mooney 06 Quebec, slow to 180. I'm sorry, I thought those things were faster than that. And to this day, I think the two pilots in that MD-80 are still looking for me.
Nice.
Well, as long as they don't listen to my stream, Blue, you're safe.
Yeah. You should be all right.
Yeah. John Rapp says Cessna 186 heavy.
Yeah, that's funny.
We'll finish up on Simons.
Cool.
Just got to watch out we don't get struck again.
Okay. You can't bloody drive.
From DITRH, don't we?
Okay. They show us pictures of Mars, which are Devon Island in Greenland. Okay. The one on the left is Devon Island, and on the one on the right is Mars. They tell us.
Well, recently he interviewed this guy.
Do you believe it though?
No, not at all.
You don't believe that? You're
No.
wrong. You guys want to see what it is? You want to see your new favorite color?
Oh. Yes. Oh my god.
Who apparently has come out as a flat earther. The thing is, I can't quite figure out if Connor's demeanour is just him or if he's monumentally taking the mick. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a quick thank you from the sponsors of today's video, DataCamp. DataCamp is an online learning platform that makes it easy to build data analytical skills. And to today's video, where influencer Connor Murphy is now apparently a flat earther. Let's watch on, shall we?
So wait, you already know the Earth is flat. What are we talking about?
Okay, well, kind of. So I believe it's flat
from a certain perspective. So I'm the kind of person that thinks that reality is subjective and that there's no objective truth. And that so from one given perspective, the Earth is flat, and from another, the Earth is round, and that's perfectly fine. I say that the closest to objective truth, I would say, my opinion, is that the Earth is donut shaped and there's a black hole at the center, and that no one really has figured that out yet.
Oh no! Has he been watching? Has he been watching Lindsay?
Sounds a bit like it, doesn't it?
That fits Lindsay's model straight to a T.
But that's just my opinion.
He has to be winding David Weiss up here. Has to be.
Is the donut flat on the surface or is it rounded?
Yeah, so I would say that it gets really flat near the surface, but then it's rounded. And so I think that's the good happy medium for everyone to agree upon. I think
Do
that
you have
that's
any
what we should
receipts
say.
for that? Do you have any measurements? Do you have any test observations that show this?
Of course he doesn't, David. He's winding you up.
I don't. It is completely just my opinion. But so no, I would like to hear some of your tests and stuff like that, and why you think the Earth is flat.
Well, this video right here from a balloon at 120,000 feet looks flat. It's not spinning out from underneath me at 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Sun's not 93 million miles away. It's right there.
Oh my word. Look how small those people are. They can fit inside this shoe. Incredible. I mean, it looks like they're that small, so they must be, right?
Interesting.
Every ancient culture before NASA came around thought the Earth was a flat plane. And when we say flat, there's high points, low points, but it's flat. Large bodies of water at rest lay flat. Like the Globers go, look, I put some water on an orange, and even though it fell off, the orange still has water on it. And if you put it into scale, that's the whole ocean. No, it's not.
Yeah, that would be because of surface tension. But to scale, it would probably be roughly the same depth as the ocean. The thing is, we can't replicate that here on Earth, because if you pour water on a ball, the water seems to be attracted to the even bigger ball that you're stood on. Funny that. If we do something similar on the ISS, then we can see that it does work. Now, of course, this is a weightless environment as the ISS is in orbit. However, that's irrelevant because it shows how water can behave in a way which you say it can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Large bodies of water at rest lay flat, period. The Earth is an extended plane and we live within a pond within that plane.
Yeah. An interesting theory is a lot of people believe that. So there's a big Antarctica like ice wall, right? And that's past the ice wall. There's actually more of just this giant plain. And that's where all the mythical creatures live, like the unicorns and like the dragons and stuff like that. I think that would be pretty cool. That's just a theory of mine.
Okay, at this point, I was 99.9% sure that Connor was taking the mickey here. Had to be. And of course, David isn't understanding this. But I guess 99.9% isn't 100%.
That makes more sense than, coming from outer space. And
Yeah.
Sorry, the possibility of unicorns and dragons living in a frozen wasteland beyond Antarctica on a flat Earth seems more plausible than space. Come on now, David, you don't actually think that, do you?
If you look, there's more land. Here's a map. It could be rings like this, right?
Yeah.
Where you have this extra territory out here. It could just be we're the only pond and it's all ice,
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
Who knows?
We know, guys, because we've been to space. We have pictures of Earth from space.
Have you watched the EWAR series that came out recently?
No, I haven't.
Well, he one of the things he talks about is the moon being a reflection showing the true Earth map. But taking that, I think there's something there. But
this is what Ranty was banging on about shortly before he saw sense and came back to the globe.
If this green area, and these circles here are our known world, our pond, imagine everything outside of this is this outer white line would be the beginning of Antarctica, what we call Antarctica. And so the rest of this land is all frozen. And this progresses around 15 degrees every 2,160 years. So we go through all of the 12 zodiacs, and that explains precession, and it's the migrate. It explains mud floods. It explains ice ages. It explains a lot of things. So our magnetic center moves around slowly, so our puddle migrates with it. So this area would freeze over if it's going this way.
Oh, that's very interesting.
And then this would melt. We'd have new areas. Now, there's been, Antarctica once was not covered in ice.
Yes, that's called Continental Drift, also provable, and the mechanics of which are excellent evidence for a spherical Earth with a core.
Maybe, they're showing parts of Antarctica where, where it wasn't. And now, that we're, soon, in 2,000 years or so, this will be called Antarctica. Right
yeah,
here.
interesting.
Because the puddle has moved this way.
And the ice caps and stuff are melting. And so that could explain why that's happening.
Right. And here's your black donut hole in the middle with our magnetic ring around.
Exactly.
Now, this is
so
all
it migrates around the donut.
I have not many receipts for this, although this is the moon. And boy, when you line up the continents and the places and the islands, there's too many things to be a coincidence.
Yes, because Africa is that big compared to everything else. And what even is going on over on the right-hand side? Utter nonsense.
So is it reflecting the Earth, or is it kind of a map of the Earth for, the people that were here before idiocracy took over the world, and they could look up and see that what age we're in? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
It's interesting. So yeah, one thing I want to say to my fans, because obviously like most of my fans are going to be round earthers.
Normal people.
And again, I'm kind of, I don't know. So that's the thing. I think it's important for a lot of people to admit, especially the round earthers, that they don't know. You know what I mean? There's at least
here's the thing. Round earthers, I call them globs, like globs. They don't know their own model.
Well, granted, most people don't understand every little intricate part of the globe, or as you call it, the globe model. But us debunkers certainly do.
And what they think our model is completely wrong. We're completely wrong, right? They think that we're a disc flying in space, right? They think that, that we're a pancake in space. Nobody, no flat earther thinks that.
I know they don't. You forget, David, I've been deep in this community for 3.5 years. I know what you all think and believe, and trust me, it is all, every single piece of it, entirely debunkable.
Okay? They don't know the motions of the heliocentric world that they think they live in. We're spinning, twirling, whirling, we're corkscrewing through space at unimaginable speeds and distances, but somehow the stars never change. Right? They don't notice. Witsit gets it. Who's he's doing a USA tour, going around and just doing street activism. He's offering $100 if anyone can answer 3 questions about the Earth.
Oh, $100. Nice. Here we go.
And the first question, he tells you ahead of time. He goes, how many rotations does the Earth do in 24 hours?
Easy. 1.
Right? And then the next question is, how far is the sun? And no one knows.
150 million kilometers, give or take a few million kilometers, depending on the time of year.
And these are the people that defend the globe. They believe in the globe. They think that flat earthers are crazy, but they can't tell you one relevant thing about this ridiculous model that they think they believe in.
Which is a massive straw man. That is not how we move through space. To start with, it's immensely out of scale and we're moving way too fast. Yes, the speeds involved are huge, but space is immense. It makes the speeds involved look like a snail doing a marathon. And we aren't traveling sideways either. It's more like 50 or 60 degrees. This is one of the most ridiculous anti-globe pictures or clips I've ever seen. It is purely ridiculous.
Right, exactly. So I'm honest enough to admit my ignorance, and so I'm encouraging people to be open-minded, because as kids we were tricked into believing that Santa Claus was real. So how do we know that we're not being tricked by the government? There are a lot of conspiracy theories by the government that have proven to be true.
Our government would never trick us. They're here for our health and for our well-being.
What's hilarious, of course, is that David would be the first one moaning if there wasn't a government.
So what's interesting? There are so many conspiracy theories that have been proven to be true, like the Tuskegee experiment, where they gave black African Americans syphilis actually to experiment on them, and that's been proven to be true. So there's all these conspiracy theories and horrible things that they've done that have proven to be true, and people just think that they're just all out for our better good.
Do you know the difference between a conspiracy theory and a fact?
What is it?
About 6 months.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I love it.
Ah, good one, David. You are an accomplished comedian, aren't you?
So again, there's a lot of people like I don't know if you know Owen Benjamin. I kind of he was talking about the moon landings and stuff, and then he thought flat Earth was stupid. Had me on. He saw it right away. But he doesn't call himself a flat earther, and I like it. He calls himself a realm earther because he doesn't know what this place is.
Yeah.
There's lots of things like we were just talking about: rings, puddles, no puddles, right? Dome, no dome. But what we all know is it's not a spinning ball flying through an infinite space vacuum.
So you don't know what it is, but you're 100% sure that it's not a globe. That's like me saying, I don't know how we breathe, but I 100% know that oxygen doesn't exist.
That's just physically impossible and scientifically provably impossible.
I like that. I'm going to call myself a realm earther because, yeah, it's some sort of a cool little mystical realm that we live in, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on, you know?
Exactly.
I love it.
You know, if you look at NASA in their underwater swimming pool where they do all of their SpaceX stuff, there's a big poster on the wall. I'm trying to find it as I'm talking to you. That shows a Vitruvian man inside of a dome with a rocket trying to break through and scuba divers. Where the heck did it go? Zoom doesn't let me organize these things. They just put random, then it moves them just when I'm thinking about it. So I'm trying to find the picture of it.
Bloody Zoom. Come on, David, you can find it.
Right.
It's like they always tell us it's right in our faces when they do it. Here's a close up of it. So this is on their wall in their National Buoyancy Lab where they have a replica of the space shuttle underneath in a blacked out room with green screens. Right.
Wow.
And they have scuba divers in there moving people around. But if you look right here, there's a rocket trying to break through the dome.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh dear, they really grab hold of every little thing, don't they? Let's move on a bit as David starts to explain about eclipses on a flat Earth. This should be interesting.
Check this out. So this is an experiment a guy did. So you got your sun right here, and then you got your moon, and the moon is actually smaller than the sun, and we'll show them together. It's smaller proportionally. It's not. So we move the light away, and then we're going to eclipse it with the moon penny, and we're going to try to recreate the eclipse. And it's not really looking like what an eclipse looks. You got the glare. You don't really get the corona.
Why would you get a corona? Does that torch have a 1 million degree atmosphere? No. And besides, there's loads of light reflecting off the table beneath it. And that torch is really close to you as well. Scale matters here.
It just doesn't work. But then we take it in a second. There's another light on this flashlight, which is smaller, which is the same size as the penny. It's hard to see, but it's the same size as the penny. So we're going to turn that on, and we're not going to move it 93 million miles away. And we're just going to eclipse it with the penny and watch what happens. That looks like an eclipse. And when it goes to totality, this is, if you watch an eclipse, that's what it looks like when you got your corona.
David, 5 minutes ago, you were saying that we don't understand our own model, and here I am correcting you about it. The corona isn't a thin veil of light that we see around the edge of an eclipse. The corona is the sun's atmosphere, which is often seen as a white halo during an eclipse. Bloody hell, David, come on, mate.
And that's showing you to make an eclipse that looks like this, you have to have the two objects have to be close.
Interesting.
Penny, real eclipse, penny.
Wouldn't the penny be like farther away though?
I think that the sun and the moon are very, very, very close within the Earth system. And I don't believe that the sun and the moon that we see are the actual real sun and moon. I believe that they're being projected into our reality, and the real action is taking place above the dome.
That's it. I'm done. I can't stand any more. Of course, David will have no evidence whatsoever of his claims here. What I find most interesting about this video is you can find it on Conor Murphy's channel, but you can't find it on DITRH's channel, which is confusing because he normally puts up every single interview he ever does on his channel. Is that because he knew that Conor was taking the mick? Or was he serious? Who knows? Either way, you can see that David Weiss continues to peddle his nonsense, and we continue to debunk it. And if Conor Murphy is, by some mere chance, watching this, or someone out there knows him, then please pass a message on to him. I would love to interview him as well. Well, that's it for this week's Flat Earth Friday. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, then please do like and subscribe as well. Just enough time to once again thank DataCamp for sponsoring today's video. Remember to check out the first chapter of any course completely for free. Click my link in the description. I have been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Tuesday for the return of Levin, who, if you remember, tried to debunk the ISS. See you then.
Not sure who that was. Levin. L-E-V-E-N.
Don't remember that one.
No.
Well,
So
I'm
where-
pretty sure that influencer, whoever the hell he is, was taking the mickey.
I haven't got that. Is that Dirth, is it? That guy. D-I-R-T-H. The guy that he was... Yeah. I haven't got his channel. If anyone's got his channel, give us a link over in Discord and I'll put it over in Flat Earth Dirt. We can always have a look at his channel as well. TT guy, you could have dropped into Discord and you could have been chatting with us the whole time with the peanuts and us. Yeah, Dirth.
Flurf Dirt, there we go. David Weiss, deep in the rabbit hole.
Sean Hawkins left a comment on the Brian Leakey video, and I went to Brian's channel. I can't seem to find Brian's video on his channel anymore.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Maybe he's learning something.
Well, lucky we recorded it here. The one with the sun angle, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, he took it down.
Oh no, and we didn't even get a capture of the comments of that then either. So we missed out on it there either as well. Oh well. Unless somebody else got a capture of it. Okay, Farmer. Thanks for that. Oh, we've got...
oh no, that's...
So we've got... So we've got Chris Berry, we've got Brian Leakey, and we've got Dirth. There's 3 Flurf Dirt channels now. Well, don't forget, we've got to start getting these guys ready for FDDA. For the end of the year. For the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have to vote for one.
Have I still got his original in my history? Just in case it still works. Oh God, how much crap do I watch on YouTube? Good grief. I'm gonna wear this wheel out of me mouse. Bloody hell. I suspect it's not here because it's been deleted. No.
Dora's voting for Chris Leakey. Chris Leakey? Hey?
Deep into Chris Leakey. Yeah, it's a combination of Dirth, Chris Berry, and Brian Leakey.
Yeah, okay.
Deep into Chris Leakey.
Okay.
Purging the evidence. Yes, I think it's. I think Dora, it has been purged because I can't find it.
Well, we've only got evidence of the video itself. We haven't got any evidence of the text or comments. Oh. This TT guy.
So
I told you he's around. He's lurking over in Discord.
Lurkio.
No, Lurkio's not.
Good
over
morning,
here,
folks.
Evening.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, it is morning now. Yeah, it's an hour after morning. An hour into morning.
No, it's not. It's just gone 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And
Oh, yeah.
it's raining.
Ha!
But it was forecast, so no surprises there.
And that's probably universal time.
No, we're not on GMT. We're an hour
Right.
ahead.
Well, you come in at the wrong time, TT guy.
Yeah, because we're like done.
You're done. Oh well. Yeah, I just thought I could invite myself in.
Yeah, you can when you're over in Discord.
You don't have. You have no security.
Oh, it's security not at the door. Oh, bloody hell.
Well, we could have all been down in the special place where not everyone knows about.
That's true. Yes.
So Brian's embarrassed himself, has he? And then he had to take down his video of shame, did he?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know which way the sun is overhead.
I see. Yeah.
So if a bird shits on him when he's walking around outside, was the bird overhead at the time?
Well, you just don't take her out again.
Oh, okay.
But you see, yeah, unless you're into that sort of thing. It's okay because his video lives on in Blues. Blue has now responded to a video that doesn't exist.
Hmm.
Oh,
and we played that video, so it exists twice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you can find some internet. You can do some YouTube archaeology from things that are captured from when people take the piss out of them. Yeah.
But it does look like
I managed to resurrect a flat earther trying to model the Lake Pontchartrain causeway in a gaming engine, and he discovered it got the same result as we see in real life, and then he deleted that video.
Fancy that.
But I found it in the archives on some sort of Soundly live stream. So yeah.
Yep. Huh? That's why it's a good idea to grab these videos straight away that these people put out and replay it or record it or whatever.
Just for amusement value, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're doing Brian Leakey, his videos. We've been going right back to his beginnings of when he started, and then we've added Dearth now, and we've added Chris Berry. Oh, Chris Berry. While I'm thinking of it, because that was an interesting conversation I had over when. Where did I have that?
Jose.
Is that on Jose's? That's right. Jeez, I must have been tired, Farmer.
Well, you were. I think you were.
Yeah, but I got me bit out. Tried to, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to address it. He just completely ignored me.
That's what he does. When the questions get too awkward, he ignores you.
He tried to question my intelligence or something, and I said, "Well, I figured out you're wrong in your experiment."
Oh yes, he'll ignore your questions. He'll insult you at the same time, and then he'll say, "Oh, gotta go."
I'll grab. Just see if I can grab it. To open it up there. Do a bit of wizardry over here. Find it. Yeah, I'd have to replay Jose's whole stream, wouldn't I? Oh no, I wouldn't have to replay the whole thing. Jose's stream would be better if I grabbed that. Where would that be? From last night. Is that other road?
Yeah, Chris come in at least halfway through, if not later, didn't he?
It might be easy for me to just grab his whole video. If I can find it. Should be over here. Wasn't it just at the start? Oh, it was only a short video. It was only a short video, short live stream,
Hangout.
wasn't it? Because I wasn't.
Yeah.
There's no. Yeah, it just felt quick. Boom night. What if there was a positive evidence of flat Earth? I think that could be it. It's the only one I've got. It's recent. Just let me zip through here. See if we can find it. I've got no idea where the...
So the Colin Murphy guy on the Dearth show there, does anyone know anything about him? Was he actually taking the piss?
I don't know. I've never heard of the guy. I mean, he's an influencer, so I won't have heard of him.
Yeah.
I've got a clue.
He looked like a cutie, yeah, and he looked like he couldn't stop smirking when he was doing his poeing. I think he was Poe. I thought he was good. Yeah.
I got the impression he was taking the piss, but certainly how he come across to me didn't seem genuine at all.
Donut Earth, yep. It was hilarious how that oh, you got any proof of that? Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. Can't stand that guy.
He's making bank on his app apparently. Yeah.
What, the app that doesn't work?
Yeah.
Jeez, I wish I could remember where it was.
And then he frightens the little old ladies.
Yes.
I got the right.
Yeah, that's the right stream.
But Terry, you promised me I could go to bed. You said this show was over, and now you're promising more material.
This will just finish it off because it was something that came up last night. Just trying to find the timestamps. If I knew there was a timestamp for it. Somebody was playing around with space Kerbal type thing.
Oh, that was Beeble. He was playing, and he made the complete pig zero, but he got himself totally lost and gave up in the end, I think.
Yeah. Oh. I think this is it somewhere here. There's supposed to be 2 parts to this experiment. Yeah, it's just after this.
Yeah, so if you pull up my video that I did in reality, we all agreed that guy's photo or video demonstrated the sun moving in a straight line, a straight path. So I was curious about what an actual physical model would show as far as if you set up. So there's two setups. The first I did was a spinning camera on a rotating platform, and what I had my flashlight, the sun sitting still. That was the first setup, and the second setup was the camera sitting still, and then the object moving away. So okay, go ahead and just pause it right there, Jose. Oh, it's too late. I'm watching YouTube. Let me see. So let me go back to yours. Yeah, right there. So what we see.
Where is the flat Earth?
Excuse me, sir. What we see here debunks your claim. This is a spinning platform with the object stationary and a spinning Earth.
Wait,
there is an obvious.
Hold on,
clear
stop. Wait. Where are we looking at?
Vivo, Chris Berry is doing a small
sorry.
presentation,
I can't
please.
see it, I'm sorry. I can't see it.
Well, it's in my screen share. Please, you did your presentation earlier and you're excited interrupting, bro. Let's Berry present this shit, man.
No, I'm sorry. I just couldn't see it. No. Here we go.
This would be a whatever degree latitude, right? Side angle, not equator type shot. So from the side, which would represent that guy's the Tokyo shot, right? Same type of angle. There's clear curve to this object because the camera's spinning backwards in a circle. Okay. Now, if you want to continue, Jose, just let it play. The next.
I can't put this. Guys, are you still there? I can't hear anybody talking.
No, it's because we're watching a
Or
video.
maybe they're watching. Oh, are you watching another video? Okay.
Yeah, the last one. At this point here, I just went straight away. Why has he got it on that axis for the light source to rotate and then say it's curved?
Yeah.
That was my first question straight away. And that's the bit he wouldn't address. He wouldn't answer why did he have it rotated on that axis. That was, and I just kept trying to get that out of him. Well, anyway, that's what I wanted to show. It was too easy.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
That was fun. But now I have to go because in South Africa, it's supper time.
I suppose it must be getting that way. Yeah, you're an hour ahead of me, aren't you? What's it, 5:15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, 16 past, yes.
In the future. Or in the past.
Yes, in the future.
In the future, I don't know.
No, in the past.
I don't like to think about time.
Time is an illusion.
Time is it's a very strange thing.
Oh,
So guys, have a good night, morning. Lou, it was wonderful to be with you here, but
anyway. We're finishing up here.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, thanks
All
for
right,
dropping in.
Oh, it was lovely. Enjoy.
You too.
Cheers.
Bye. Bye. All on that note, yeah, sorry for timing somebody out in the peanut gallery. I pressed the wrong thing in the commands for the what? No, that's not what the one I wanted to do.
No, not that one.
Not that one. I was doing a few different things. I was over in Discord. I was there. I was grabbing a video, and then I went over there and I thought, oh yeah, I'll fix that. I'll fix him up over there with his spanner. Oh, wrong one.
Oops.
Oops. It was an oops, all right. Oh, okay then. And Alan didn't turn up tonight because he was with family. It was his birthday, so happy birthday, Alan, if you hear this or listening.
Yeah, happy birthday, mate.
Grats on the 5.05 hecto subs, Terry. Oh, thanks, Bradery. Yeah, I was waiting to get on the little bit of the good side of the 500 to do it. Well, I'm 505, so I haven't really gained any more, but that's good enough.
Yeah.
I just don't want to go down. Now it'll take another couple of years maybe to get to 1,000. At this rate, anyway.
You're a patient chap, aren't you?
Oh yes, I've got plenty of time. I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah.
And then you can make a Zienbach. Yep.
A zillion dollars. Yeah, I'll be rich. I'll be
50
rich.
cents, 50 cents a month or something.
Millions. You'll be a millionaire.
No, I have to re-thank the Peanuts that had helped me out for the last 12 months with their donations to keep my stream going with the, because I pay for I use Zoom, and that cost an annual fee.
Yeah.
So I'm right for this year, for next year now. So that's good.
Oh, there you go.
And the
Another year
and
is
the
safe.
swear jar too. But no one's really utilised that much a lot. Some people have, but not everyone.
Oh, so most people join you via Zoom, do they?
Yeah, we're in Zoom now.
Oh, right.
You're cheating by being over in the general Discord of Have a Go, you mug.
Oh, that's why I'm seeing the difference in time. Sorry.
Time?
But that's a great room name though. Gotta like it. Have a go, you mug.
Well, I do have a special place further down that you haven't got the key for, which we could have all been in, and you wouldn't even known where we were. So you're lucky we're up the top here at the moment.
Yeah, well, you'd have to improve your security then.
Well,
the riffraff out.
Yeah, we could have moved just to keep the riffraff out. You never know who might drop in. All right, I'll keep that out of the road. Well, you guys can stay over in Discord for now, because we'll do a bit of a chat and a cuppa and whatever. Well, thanks, farmers. Thanks, Blue. I know you're there.
Hey, Ben.
Thanks, Charles.
Good night, Peanuts.
And thanks, Charles Babbage. You're not playing. You're not playing us out, Mr. Charles Babbage.
No, not tonight. No.
It's okay. Just remember us sometimes subtly. Trying to work out what Dora's saying. I am not Raff. The riff-raff. Carl says he's not the riff-raff, TT. Southern Hemisphere Globehead, that's a new one. Hey, John. Sees guys. Sean, Carl, Surf, Elmigs. I've got to scroll up. Judy, Bassett, Andrea, Fred, George Prout, that I accidentally timed out. Frim Fondle. I'm going to miss somebody. Did I say Fred Knotts? John Rapp. Stevie B. RT96. Still going. No, that's it. I can't go any further. I can only go so far back in the live chat. So if I've missed out on you, you got a couple of seconds to, while I type the goodbyes out there, because I should have done that before. Anybody got any last thoughts before we go?
Anybody got any last requests?
Yeah. No, not last request, last thoughts.
Yeah, miss. Oh dear. No, I don't think so.
I'm typing fast, don't worry. Oh, how many likes did I get?
I'm seeing 25.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Considering that's only half the stream.
Yeah, you have to go by the other half. So does that work out in a cumulative, whatever?
I don't know how many likes you had before it all went tits up.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, better press enter. There we go. All right then. Good night, panel. Good night, Peanuts. We'll see you soon.
Night,
Good night,
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
All right, peanuts.
Good night.